Right, here we have a guided tour of my new setup, Craig, with the USB hub. What I'm showing you here is just basically the telescope setup. Let's get rid of this. Right, this is stellarium, remote control of the telescope. That's where the telescope's sitting just now. Well, it's viewing just now on the horizon at 0 degrees latitude and north, facing north, as you can see with the N, a compass north. There's Polaris, the pole star, which is right due north, and is at the centre, immediately above the North Pole. So all the other stars revolve round it as the Earth turns. It doesn't look at it just now, but I don't have the correct grid on it at the moment. I've just got this grid on it for setting it up on 0 and north, but I'm going to give you a demonstration of the telescope moving up to the Polaris star. How you can find the Polaris star is right, off we go. Let's just get you back into picture so as I can see what's going on here. Just a bit. That's better. I was pushing the wrong button, pushing Control Tab instead of Alternate Tab, which is making it look too small. Right, so now I've got it overlaid with the constellations. You can see there's Polaris back up there where it's circulating. Down at the bottom you've got north, 0 degrees latitude, and north on the. Now how you find it is Ursa Minor, which is the little bear. You can see the bear there. Its tail, the tip of its tail is on Polaris. The other way of finding it is you go to Ursa Major, which is the big bear, which is just off the picture here, and the plough, that's what's called the plough because it looks similar to a plough, I suppose. It's hidden under the top of my screen. See if I can bring it down. Right. Right, and what's happening here? Anyway, right, what I want is that one. Oh gosh. Hang on. That's maybe better. Let's get back to this one. Yeah, right, okay, back in business, sorry about that. I've just moved Ursa Major down, which is the big bear, which is still off the screen a bit, but the plough is what you term, and it looks like a plough share for a field, which has 7 stars in it. Now, there's the tail, and these 2 stars here, this one here and this one here, point directly to the North Star, to the pole star, and that's how you find it at night, either with the Ursa Minor or else the Ursa Major. Right, so let's step back a bit now and look at the setup what we've got here. Right, First of all, I'm using the category 5 patch cable now, which is working a lot better, because I've not got a USB with the telescope, doing both video USB and doing control of the telescope with USB. I'm doing it now with category 5 from the LAN cable, which seems to not have so many problems with it cutting out and whatnot. So let me see if I can get this. It's maybe not very clear. There's a computer there with the blue light on it. The cursor's just at this on off button there. Right, so I can't show you the back of it, but there, what I can show you is the LAN cable coming out of the back of the computer. Goes across the floor, right, comes round here, around a wee pigtail loop, see that? And right, I've just dropped my compass, which I set it up. Oh, look, there's a compass there which I set on the top of the telescope to get north, as I showed you on the stellarium there, north, where you've got to set the telescope up on 0 degrees. Right, so off we go. There's the cable. Just don't want to. Right, see if I can follow this without tripping over cable. So the LAN cable goes here, and then goes out the window. Right, and then what we have here is don't crimp the cable. Right, so what we've got here is the telescope like that. I'll just have a look at the television screen so we can see where I'm pointing. That, now there's the hub, the 4-port hub, a USB hub. I think one of them's USB 3 as well, I'm not sure. But the power cable's the black one there. The blue one's the LAN cable. The black on the bottom is the control cable, I think. No, the black on the bottom is the camera cable, and the clear cable there is the clear cable there is the control cable from USB to RS232, is it 232, and then through the control box. You can still see that black control box, and then follows the cable right up into the auxiliary port there, which is the control port for the telescope. You can see that there. The handset is the other cable going in at the other side. So that's the control cable. The camera cable just comes straight from the camera. The Celestron Next Image 5 megapixel camera sitting in the scope, in the drop piece, or the draw tube, the 90-degree draw tube at the top. That comes down and goes into the bottom that I showed you before in the USB hub. The power for the hub comes in via this black cable as I showed you before, and what I've done there is I've connected that 5-volt supply. Just make sure I'm still seeing it on the television screen. That 5-volt has been connected with a cable, just an ordinary a single pair power cable if you like, and I've joined it here to a USB 5-volt, so you can see the junction there between the black cable and the blue cable, the black and white cable and the blue cable. So the black side is the single pair 5-volt that goes to the hub for the supply, and the blue cable is a USB cable which joins up here, and I've got it in a powered hub. Don't really need to have a powered hub, a powered USB cable. Sorry, but that's the only cable I've got at the moment. Now, I don't know if I can stretch this far, but the power is taken from. Can't quite see if I can do it. Don't know if you can see that, but that I can't see it, so I'm just blindly aiming it here. That's the Halford's power tank that's supplying the 5 volts and the cable coming out there on the USB port. It's coming out as 5 volts. It's a USB output from the power hub as well. It supplies 12 volts, but I'm not using the 12 volts just now. I'm just using the 12 volt battery on the telescope, but I'm using the USB 5 volts, which comes down that cable. As I say, it powers the telescope. Right, that's about it. Can't think of anything else. The power, this is an auxiliary cable if I run out of power from the wee battery, which sits in here. There you go. So if that goes done, I just connect up the 12 volts, or probably it takes 12 volts, so it runs in 9 volts. It will run on 12 volts, I've tried it before. Oh, just so, right, okay, so that's about it. Any questions? Ask me and I'll answer them. Okay, let's go and see how this is recorded. I might have to do it again. Bye.